Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again in the gold market. So you can see the collapse that we have discussed actually has happened, but it was more extended than we thought initially. So you can see the market has dropped directly to the 618 support of the recent upward action, and in fact we stand at the strong confidence support of the daily chart. So this is 1804 combination of the two FIB levels. So in fact this is also the bread and butter trade, but it needs to be more careful dealing with this pattern because you have the very strong sell-off, which psychologically is not comfortable to go against it. So if you're not sure that you would like to do this trade, it's better to skip it. For others who still would like to try, you could consider some bullish reversal patterns that might be formed on the lower time frames around the confluence. So with this new performance, it is more difficult to suggest on a direct upward continuation to the next target that we discussed previously because sell-off relatively strong, but still at least some pullback here has not bad chance to happen up from there. So the drop mostly was triggered by a few factors, as you know. It's mostly were external. It's not because of some gold performance. As you know, that Jerome Powell was reappointed on the place of the chairman of the Fed, which is, well, from one point of view, this is a good sign because it provides stability to the markets. From another point of view, the Jerome Powell is a bit more hawkish than its rival. As you know, that actually the companion that who or could be appointed on this place instead of the Jerome Powell is mostly have the dovish view, and it was, well, maybe a bit slightly better for gold market. But in general, as you can see, this is the first reaction. But major reaction, of course, was because of the demand for the United States dollar. So currently the safe haven assets is growing in the price. So you can see the action across the Forex market and all currencies as dollar is rising. It's a bit very tricky situation in Eastern Europe right now. You probably heard about the situation on the Poland and Belarus border. There's also some rumor stands of the possible escalation in the Ukraine. So, well, it's some tensions in the Eastern Europe are growing. So it's also this increasing demand for United States dollar. So you need to consider that gold has those impacts recently and has dropped to the support. Now, what we could consider in the current circumstances. So, despite that we have very strong sell-off, in general, the bread and butter setup is still valid. And to use it, you could keep an eye on the hourly chart. Take a look at here, market could form the double repo buy patch. This is just a few minutes stands until it will be formed. So one thing that you could need to get on the hourly chart is close about the 3x3, and it will be the double repo buy on the hourly chart. So we do not know currently whether this pattern will become the reversal one and the market directly will continue upward tendency that it extends on the daily chart, or it will be just minor pullback here. But anyway, you could decide this later, how to deal with this pattern, this setup. So for position taking, you do not take a lot of risks, so you just need to place stop slightly below the daily confluence, and that should be enough for making the position and make the try to make an attempt to trade this setup. So if you're not sure and you're confused with this very strong sell-off, it would be better to not take part in this trade and see what will happen next, because the situation currently is changing very rapidly, and well, a lot of driving factors stands on the markets, a lot of political news stands around. So these markets are really currently is very volatile. So, but the setup that we have discussed theoretically stands in place, and you could decide whether you're interested to trade it or not.